It certainly was. And Macklin Celebrini selected first overall by the San Jose Sharks. You can see these Sharks and what they've added this offseason. They took Will Smith last year at 4 overall. He's leaving Boston College. He will be joining the Sharks as well. They got Tyler Toffoli, Alex Wenberg, Carl Grundstrom, and Jake Wallman. What do you make of San Jose and the blueprint of where they're trying to get to and how fast they're trying to get there?
And I know it was noted on there, Barclay Goodrow, who they claimed off waivers there, that's big for them. They need to start insulating this lineup because they have a lot of young talent. And just because you add young talent doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right situation. And they're trying to do their best at changing and having the right people in place. And then the guys who have already been there, right? Like Logan Couture's, he's been a leader for a long time in this league. They've got other guys. I just find this, it's going to be interesting. I'm really paying attention to what they can do. You don't want to stunt a young player's growth by putting him in a situation that's not great. And any way we want to shake it, last year, and that's why they get that first pick, basically, and get Macklin Celebrini, which is going to be a huge player in this league for them. It was really bad. And you can't have another season like that. And they're trying to do the right things and hopefully graduate from last year and be better. But you never know what it's going to be like. And you got these young players, Will Smith, another one. It's tough. It's tough. And I guess my point being it doesn't always mean that the NHL is the best place for the player. And I'm not saying that it's not for San Jose here with these young guys. Right. But that is the management's job and the coaching staff's job to make the environment, start creating the culture in the best way you can. Because at the end of the day, I don't think this team's going to win many games. They're going to win more than they did last year, but they're still, for me, going to be a bottom 3 team in the league probably. And how do you find a way to not allow losing to be accepted? I think that's the biggest thing. I played for a couple bad teams in my career where you're in locker rooms where it's expected, where, oh, we hung in there this game and it's okay, turn the music up. That's a dangerous slope that you might not ever come back from as an organization. Yeah. So that's my bigger thing there. Okay. I'm not worried about the young kids. They're talented, they're going to play, they're going to learn, they're going to get better. But we'll see if San Jose's done enough here with insulating them.
There's a lot of guys or a lot of people out there nowadays that would say, well, Macklin Celebrini should have went back to BU for a second year, a second season of seasoning in collegiate athletics, and our sport, hockey specifically, makes you better off for the NHL in the long run. Are you surprised that he left after 1 year? I mean, he won the Hobey Baker. He did a lot of the stuff that you could do, but he was the youngest player in college hockey last year at 17 years old.
Yeah, and that's a factor. When you're asking that question, you got to take into account. I understand it from the standpoint of the San Jose Sharks. I mean, you get this first overall pick, and he's a good player. He's a great player.
Toy.
We want, and let's go. Let's work with him. Let's, whether it's strength and conditioning coaches, it's the coaching staff. Let's get this career up and running. But from the same standpoint, I would totally understand if he went back, because you said youngest player in college hockey, or one of them.
He was.
He was the youngest player, and but there's a difference for me with him because of where he was, and he played the 1 year in college. It was an incredible year. Yeah. It's not the same as Connor Bedard, right? Connor Bedard, he graduated from major junior hockey. He could not go back there. He did everything he can do there. I don't think Macklin Celebrini has done that. So that was an option I totally would have been fine with if that was the decision. But, that it doesn't mean that this is the wrong decision. That's just one, though, that I could have totally have seen him go back there, try to win a national championship again, and, just come out the other side. College hockey, I always felt like, and we've seen over the years, really the players have come out more mature on the other side, and he's had just a snapshot of college hockey up to this point.
All right, Will Smith coming out as well. So those two guys embarking on their NHL careers at the same time, their rookie season coming up in October.